All right, Battle Buddies, here we go. Getting a lot of good feedback on resume, and that seems to be like this mystery to everybody, like trying to figure out what your cat's thinking, like a challenge like that. Anyway, so I got a couple notes, some feedback. The first thing that I see often with vet resumes is the formatting is typically pretty rough. There's a lot of resume generators out there that will help you significantly with your resume stuff. So get out there and use those tools. There's a free one called resume.com. There's also, I use in the group, My Perfect Resume. I like it. The interface is great. It gives you a lot of great feedback. It's just a really good tool. You could get a 10-day trial for like $3 or something like that, or at least that's what it used to be. I subscribe annually to it. I just find it really, really helpful. Finding a job, you guys got to look at this stuff as a return on investment. So whatever the tools are that you might need, you might have to pay a couple bucks for them. If you're not willing to make that investment in time, money, effort, whatever it happens to be, don't be upset when you don't upgrade your current situation. That's kind of on you. So the format, yeah, we've been talking about that. Making it aesthetically appealing is pretty critical these days. Let's not forget that if you guys do the wrong thing, which is applying online, that your resume is going to be most likely seen by someone who's just fresh out of college and really doesn't understand kind of how the world works yet, right? So what they're going to do is they are going to take that those requirements that's given to them by the person who can think that they work for and just go down this checklist. Does, Tyler have A, B, C, D, E, F, G? Now he's got 6 of the 7. Right? So he'll be in the comeback pile. So if you have some noticeable effort that's put in when it comes to your resume, you're probably going to get a second look just on that because you stand out in the crowd. Another thing that I get is nobody knows what the hell you guys wrote. So if somebody could tell me what a battle lion commander is, or a battle lion SG this shop, that shop, whatever, and they're not a vet, without having to Google the shit, you win. You win today. And the only way you can win is if you're not in some sort of hiring manager role and your family's not veterans, you just love vets and you're here for that reason. My point is nobody knows what the hell G2 is, right? I'm an Army guy. You guys that are in the Air Force and the Navy, you confuse me straight up. I had to look up yesterday what a CAR is, Combat Action Ribbon, some naval award, right? I guess they got those now. I would guess that my infantry buddies would say that's the CIB participation ribbon when they're sitting around the table drinking beers, right? So nobody knows what a CAR is. Nobody knows what a CIB is. Nobody knows what S2, S3, S7, or the Ocho, whatever. They don't know what this is, guys. If your grandma can't read it, or your buddy's grandma, if your grandma isn't around, or your grandma's grandma, if grandma can't read it, chances are you're confusing someone, okay? A battle lion is a battalion. All this Army and Marine guys, we know what a battle lion is. It's a battalion. So for what the things that you take for granted, what's PMCS, preventive maintenance, right? Nobody knows what that is out in the private sector. So don't be using it. I'm going to give you an example. Here's one before resume and an in-process one that I'm helping a guy on. Literally, the first thing that this guy puts on his sheet is his high school general education. All that's implied. Then he's got a community college listed after that where he got a CDLA. Oh, hey, you're starting to catch my attention just a little bit. And then U.S. Army training. Heavy equipment operator course, Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri. Completion certificate, 240 hours of training on heavy equipment back in 2000. Cool. All right. Now you got my attention a little bit. Tractor, trailer, dozers, graders, scrapers, track hose, loaders, etc. And etc. is not even written right. Versus his somewhat updated one here. His professional summary right off the top. He's got all his contact info up at the top. You can get him via email, phone number, LinkedIn, Twitter even. This kid's got Twitter on here. I wouldn't want anybody to see my Twitter. Anyway, U.S. Army veteran of 10 years with over 10 years of successful experience in trucking and transportation. Recognized consistently for performance, excellence, and contributions to a success in the transportation industry. Strengths in trucking and logistics, backed by training in the military as well as civilian training. Still a few things we got to work on, but that's going to catch my eye more than high school general education. Okay? His next section, skills, right? He made them very specific to what he needs. DOT med card, Class A CDL, customer service. Usually don't want the truck driver coming, backing up and throwing your shit off the back of the trailer, right? He even has on here clean driving record, no violations in over 1 million miles. This is a kid I want to talk to as a hiring manager versus general education in the Rust Belt. Same person, written differently, telling a different story, a better story. This is about marketing yourself, okay? Safe operation of tractor trailer, etc. In his work history here, he goes over things about DOT inspections, his e-logs, his maintenance checks, basic repairs, all those things that you want in a truck driver versus experience over here. It's not even hardly written in English. When I get down to the Army stuff, I'm 10 times more confused as to why squad weapons, unless maybe you're delivering shit in Detroit, is relevant here. My point is if it doesn't make sense to grandma who doesn't hardly know how to turn on a computer, she's still got a flip phone, you have to make it at that level. I hope that makes sense. When it gets to your resume, guys, you're going to have so much great information on there. Everything should be extremely accurate. And you should be able to back it all up with a story. Okay? Like I said, last couple times I've done these videos, your resume is the highlight reel. Save stuff for the interview. Make it so intriguing that they want to call you. That's the challenge here, is getting them to call you. When you hand your buddy your resume and you say, hey dude, I want to work for Schneider. You work there. I need you to get this in front of someone who can get me a job there. And I want you to set up a meeting for me, or at least give me the contact so I can do that. Okay? That's how you use your resume the right way. This document should not be something that he hesitates to hand to his boss because he's got confidence in you and that you actually wrote this thing in some good, understandable, usable, relevant information in that manner. So, it's about all I got here. Remember, this is like a bag. Don't stuff 20 pounds of shit in a 5-pound bag. Just the highlights. So, keep giving me some feedback. I will continue to do these videos until you guys tell me to stop or you send the cops to have them put in me in jail for harassing you. But keep on subscribing. Get your buddies here. Let's make sure that all of our veterans are squared away. Have a great day, guys.